Or is that just as a permanent alteration of their body?
It gets tighter, but I think that's the difference in the male and female.
Right.
This is general.
General.
What am I standing on?
The tiger beetle.
I'm not standing on.
Adult.
There you go.
It's not right.
Okay, so who's this?
Turkey.
All right. So let's look at a couple things real quick. What did you say about right or left?
Right.
It's all right.
Right.
How come, Bethany?
What?
How come?
I just did it a lot, so these are more into the
Inside
dirt.
Prominent.
So
Yep.
it-
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
so that's how it supports the weight.
Okay,
of the
cool.
bird.
Sweet. Yeah, any other folks for what they used to say it was a right?
Along with that, this is shorter.
That is
Yeah.
the shorter
Yeah.
toe, yeah. So that's one of the easy ways to do it too, is that inner toe is significantly smaller than this outer toe. So, and also one other thing just to look for is the outer toe, and this is true for a lot of birds, the outer toe tends to have more curvature than the inner toe does.
I thought I could
Where do you
see
think
the
the left
hallux.
went?
And then you might,
Did you mess up the left?
There is a left.
Can't it-
Where is it?
Oh, the left track.
Yeah, where do you think it went?
Yeah.
Did
it's
you
right,
mess it
it's
up?
right here, dude.
Yeah, right. I'm just curious
It's a
because
baby
I
turkey
looked and I never could find it.
Yeah.
The left.
It's a
This is
one-legged
turkey.
What
turkey.
is he hopping on one foot? Or?
They weren't awesome to begin with, and then it rained, so...
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
So maybe.
So we've got one back here. See that guy
Oh,
there?
I didn't notice
And
that.
then
Oh,
this one,
yeah.
I don't know where it is. I mean, it may not have even registered well, depending on what the substrate was.
I
like
didn't
on it.
even. Yeah. Cool. Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah.
Who's this, y'all?
Oh.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
The squirrel.
Squirrel.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so, real quick, are these clear tracks or blurry tracks?
Pretty blurry.
They are dang blurry. But let's take a look at something. So there's a track here and a track here, right? And we say, okay, these are squirrel tracks, and now let's let our brains start calibrating. Which way are these going?
Toward you.
Towards me. Fantastic. And so if we look at this, well, let's start with this. Is this a long row or just something else? Looks like a row. And actually, you can say 1, 2, 3. Is that a front or hind?
Fine.
Cool. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and there's our two side toes. And then we look back here and we say, oh, this doesn't quite look like the row. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember that 3
Yeah.
fused here?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
there's your
yeah,
two posterior heel pads.
Gosh.
Okay.
Man.
I almost asked this one, but we said that was.
Is that a walk?
It's got that rodent grip ridge right in there.
Yep, exactly. Just so you all know, and this is fun because we can all see this, and then we can say, is that a chipmunk? Is that a wood rat? Nope. We know that's a squirrel. We know that's a hind, and we know that's a front foot. We can see it perfectly, even though the tracks are terrible. This is where most tracking occurs in the world, right? Is in stuff like this. On specialist evals, this would be your standard level 3 track. But what's so cool to watch for folks that are just cruising through, these are some of the questions that you just rest on. You look down at that and you say, you'd like to know who that is and if that's a front or hind. And they're worried about this question over here, and they go, okay, that's a squirrel hindfoot. All right, let me deal with this one. And it's so cool, and we can see them ourselves already right now. You know, this is just how this stuff works.
So,
Yeah.
since we're in an area where you could get both fox squirrels and gray
Sure.
squirrels, which would you consider for that?
This actually just the and I can't tell if it's just the sand or not. That looks like a pretty beefy squirrel to me. If I had to make a call, I'd say that could be a fox squirrel.
I've seen fox squirrels in this area pretty regularly.
So,
Seems like
can you say anything about the gate?
I can't. Other than what I think is that there was probably a right in here somewhere that just didn't register. If it were hard, there could even, this smudging in here could have been something. What I would think, because this looks like a right hinds to me, see that thumb down here? I think that this was a bound pattern and we just aren't seeing one of the, actually, what this makes sense because tree squirrels, of course, bound very often with their fronts side by side. I'm betting we've got another front right here where we can't really see it and another hind right here. If we really got in there and wanted to look, I bet we'd see evidence that we said, yep, that makes sense. But anyway, can everybody see from your side at least? if you find the hand shape in there, you can just see a little right hand in there, which is pretty cool. So that's what I think about it.